Hello everybody, and welcome back to Wemblesden. Can't believe it's the 1st of May already, and what a strange world we're living in, eh? Like the saying goes, best laid plans of mice and men. Well, I think all those plans have now gone out the window. Right now we should be prepping for Scunthorpe's show, which would be next weekend, but due to the ongoing health crisis in the UK with the COVID-19, everything's been cancelled, and I've got no idea, in all honesty, when we will next be out. Our next booked outing will be October, which will be at Locomotion at Shildon. But at the moment we just have to see what the government is saying as regards the social distancing and everything, so like they say, watch this space. But anyway, I thought I'd better do a little bit of an update. I was hoping to do some kind of how-to little videos and stuff, and I was hoping to have had my garage sorted out by now, but unfortunately I've been ill over the last sort of 6 weeks. I've got a suspected hernia. At the moment, going to the doctors is fun. I managed to get an appointment this week and I've been checked out and everything, but as to what the problem is, I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I've got to go for a scan, so I've got to wait now for a date. So I'll have to see. So in the meantime, I'm just taking it easy. I've got a homemade brace around my middle, just holding everything in just in case. We'll have to see how it goes. So as a result, I cannot really be doing much work in here at the moment. But anyway, if I just turn the camera around again. One of the problems with the layout is it's great at a show, but as a home layout you can see it's up against a wall. So it's not ideal if you just want to sit and relax and chill, you know, and watch the trains go by. So anyway, the clue as to what I've been thinking about is was here at the beginning of the video. This is an N-gauge Farish coach. Had it a fair few years now. I had a box of N-gauge stuff from my old layout, and it's been in the box for about 14 years, so I decided to dig it out. So anyway, let's go and have a look at what I've been playing at. Oh, while I'm here, this is about as far as I got. And if you can make out under there, let's have a quick look. Yeah. You can just about make out a flood lamp. I've fitted some flood lamps under the layout. These were for the workbenches, and I was going to mount the camera under there and do how-to videos and stuff like that, but as you can see, it's an absolute crap hole in there at the moment. Well, I'm just going to knock the lights off. Anyway, let's go in the house. So this is what I've been playing with. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller. That's a Farish 90. Whilst I've been laid up the last couple of weeks, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I was really taken with a layout that I found. I think the model is German. The website certainly seems to be German, but he's modelling Swiss railways. And I've always been fascinated with the Swiss rail system since I went there for a school trip. About 81 I think it was when I went. So it's always something I fancied modelling, and I've seen this layout. I'll post a link down below to the layout so you can go and check it out yourself. Stunning scenery, absolutely stunning scenery, and it's given me a really crazy idea of building something similar. I don't know where, because I've got no money and got no space. We're in the process of sorting the house out to sell it, so at the moment everything's up in the air, but I would like to have a go at building something similar, but I wonder if I can get away with running my British N-gauge stuff on a Swiss layout. And it would really upset a few people, but hey, rule one, it's my layout, do what I want, like, you know. So anyway, this is kind of what I've been toying with at the moment. Just a thought actually, what's with the price of track at the moment? Went on eBay last week to try and get some cheap N-gauge track, and it was going for really stupid prices at the moment. I know Pico and the other companies are not working at the moment, but the cost of track's gone through the roof. Fortunately I managed to get some brand new track from the model centre, Came next day. So anyway, I'll show you what I've got. I got some of these. These are Farish. Well, they'll be Bachmann now, but these are just second radius curves. And these, I think they were £1 and 2p each. So I've bought a load of those. And what I'm going to do, sorry, I'm just getting distracted looking at the counter and the viewfinder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go at building a couple of helixes with an idea to testing a theory that I've got. But anyway, this is where I've been up to. What it is I drew a circle out on a piece of paper, and I was quite surprised that the track actually fitted my circle when I drew it. This is second radius, and it takes up a space of 2 foot. So if I just get this tape measure over here, if I put that, I'm trying to do it in one hand, if I put that there, and if I put that there, you can see there's 2 foot. So that's roughly how much space you need for engage. Right. So anyway, what I've done is drawn a circle. And I've measured round, so the 6 inches, 12 inches, 18, 24, 30, right the way around to here. At this point here, I've got 60 inches, so 60 inches from there to there, round there, is 60 inches. At this point, this track needs to pass over this to start the next layer of the helix. So anyway, if we come over to here, this is one of my old Farish Class 90s. It's very, very basic how I've drawn this out, but this represents the track. I've got the pan up, so that's roughly the height that I need. And when I measured it, I've got 1 3/4 inches or 45 millimeters, which is the distance of clearance that I need here. So anyway, to work it out, I'm not very good at maths, so what I did is I measured along this piece of lining paper. So I went from here and I went all the way over here and I marked me 60 inches, and then I marked up 1 3/4 inches, and then what I did is I drew a line, a straight line right the way down. That's giving me the angle of the gradient. And what I've done is just put a loco on there. I found a piece of wood upstairs. I'll show you in a minute. There's a bit of wood over there on the dining room table, and my test board that I'm just going to show you in a moment is 23 inches. So if I go from there to 23 inches, and if I measure up 1 inch and draw a line, this is the line that this train's sitting on at the moment. So you can see the gradient that is on. I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say this is going to be 1 and 23 because it's 1 inch up and 23 inches along. You can see the gradient of that. Well, when you come up to here, that would give me a clearance of 2 3/4 inches here, so it's more than adequate for what I need for my helix. So if I come up to here, this is my board. Box of painkillers on there, just happens to be 1 inch. From here to here is a 23 inches, so that's 23 inches that way and 1 inch high, so I'm going to guess that's going to be a 1 and 23. I might have got it wrong. Put an oval track on, circular track, and at the moment I've got a Class 90 and I've got 8 Mark 1s, and as you can see, no problem. And this will quite happily trundle round and around here. If you go too fast, it'll come off. Yeah, I'll do about warp 6, warp 8. Makes you feel sick after a while watching it. But that's handling that really, really well. And to say these locos haven't run in 14 years, I'm quite impressed actually. That's how old this stock is. Anyway, I'm not going to compete with that noise. So there you go. So that proves that that train that I've got on the floor over there is going up that gradient, which is the same gradient as that one on the table in theory. So that proves that my helix is going to be okay. So the next job is to work out how to cut it out of MDF and to build it up. So I'm going to have a roundabout in the shed and a roundabout in the backyard, because I think I might have some threaded bar somewhere, and we'll have a go. Down here, fortunately, I managed to reclaim all of these points off my old Engage layout. There was bits of it floating around in the loft. I did the old boiling hot water on the baseboard trick, which softened the ballast, and I was able to pull the points off without damaging them. Just for comparison, there's a piece of 00 track which looks massive, and then if I come over here, there's my 0091 next to my Farish 91, and you can see it's half the size. So to put it in perspective, if I built Wemblesden in Engage, it would fit on an 8 foot by 4 foot baseboard. So there's a thought for the future. Would certainly make transporting it a bit easier. Just a few locos of the collection. At the time I was modelling, Bachmann had just bought Farish, and some of the locos were quite hard to get hold of. But you can sort of see the era of when I started buying the stock. I've got a JNER, HST, Virgin Trains, still got some of the Intercity floating about. This one, I bought this loco and it was a plain black body shell, and it was brand new, but it hadn't been painted. And I got it from Wakefield Shore, and ended up buying the transfers and painting it myself, like, you know. Some of them have got bits missing. I've got a 159 here. There's a 3-car one of these, but as you can see I'm missing bits off the front, so I can soon scratch build them. Here's a blast from the past. Everybody remember Northern Spirit? I've got a 3-car one of those. So I've got plenty of stock to play with. So like I say, it's just a case of figuring out a track plan for a test track, and then we'll see where it goes. So yes, that's kind of what we're up to at the moment. So anyway, just stop this. That's about it for now. I'd just like to say a big thank you to those who've taken the time to subscribe to the channel. Say hi to Gary in Spain. Hope the layout's progressing really well. It's nice to be able to help out fellow modellers. If you like what you see, if you want to keep in touch as regards to how this Engage side project's going, please like and subscribe and click the bell icon or wherever else you need to do, and we'll see you next time. So this is Dave signing off. Cheerio.